Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? Welcome back once again to another video on the channel. And today, guys, a couple of you guys on Twitter especially have been letting me know that there's a boycott right now going on of, basically buying the Battle Pass. And I kind of think that ship sailed. Was it Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 where people was talking about, boycotting supply drops and all that kind of stuff? And well, we all know what happened there. Absolutely nothing. And as much as I want to see change, as much as I want to kind of see Call of Duty go back to once how it was, those days are long gone. All they care about is money. They've already got your money. The only people who will support this, which, don't get me wrong, it's a very worthy cause to, be supporting this boycott of the Battle Pass system, but there'll be that few people boycotting it. It'll make no difference whatsoever, because if they was to alter skill-based matchmaking and remove it completely, it must be because, and people aren't going to disagree with me here, but it must, the only reason skill-based matchmaking's in the video game to begin with is because it makes Activision more profit. They care about profit, nothing else. Now, let's say, for example, skill-based matchmaking wasn't in the game. It wouldn't be in the game because it just makes them more money. Activision care about money. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, or whatever developer studio they have these days. I think they have like 8 developers, 8 different studios working on Warzone, which is just, crazy. I think if it was going to make a difference, it would have done, it would have happened years ago with the supply drops, because a load of people stopped buying supply drops, and yeah, we all know how that ended. So guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well, and what you could see on screen right there. It helps me. A lot of people say, wow, you've uploaded, Simon. I didn't even know you'd uploaded. Well, YouTube 2020, guys. 2020's been a terrible year. COVID, my wife dying. Yeah, terrible year. Terrible. And obviously, Call of Duty's probably the worst it's ever been from a multiplayer point of view. I don't mind Warzone. I think Warzone is a decent video game. Obviously it's free to play, so that makes it, awesome anyway. Even if it's a garbage video game, how can you say anything negative about a free to play video game? It's always surprised me that where people, slate free to play video games. I'm like, how can you actually do that? Because it's free to play, but yeah, you've got a £50 video game on release, Black Ops Cold War, and it's got less content than ever, and then everybody's going, all the fanboys, it's a live service game, Simon, why are you such a hater? I'm like, I could understand a live service game if it's got a lifespan of more than probably 1 year. Okay, you could argue that it should be more than 2 years, a live service game. Look at Rainbow Six Siege, for example. Look how long that game's been out. You could class that as a live service. Overwatch, you could class that as a live service. And I'm sure there's other examples out there. But when it is a yearly released video game, and it's basically coming out with no content, and then it requires you to basically, buy the game with no content, and then they just drop it in, throughout various seasonal updates. I think it's probably the worst system we've ever had. At least years ago, you bought the game on day one. It had more content on day one on old consoles, on older, technology, so to speak. You got more on day one, but then you had the DLC map packs. I can remember everybody raving, saying, yeah, no more DLC map packs, we're going to get more content, Yeah, how did that end up, guys? A lot of people, right, blame Treyarch, they blame Infinity Ward or whatever developer, and ultimately, right, they've got no creative control. They'll say publicly, I'm sure, they've got some kind of creative control on the game. They might have a tiny bit, but when it comes to the back-end systems, these algorithms, what we've seen where people are going, it's going to alter your, stats of your weapons, your hitbox in real time. That's all Activision. Skill-based matchmaking, that is Activision. That's not Tony Flame. Tony Flame getting loads of hate on Twitter because of skill-based matchmaking. I'm like, Tony's got no idea. He's got no authority whatsoever. He's just a developer. And the big boys over at Activision, they're the ones who can make a difference. And ultimately, Activision, regardless of what I say, Blame Truth, GG Reloaded, 8 Thoughts, any of the other big channels out there, which I'm sure I've probably missed some anyway, regardless of, Nero as well, because Nero did a great 20-minute video. I watched it yesterday. great video. I think Nero's smashing it at the moment with the videos. I'm agreeing with pretty much everything he's saying. I've had differences in past with Nero, but, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy that Call of Duty's got this bad. The reason the game sells is because it's Call of Duty. You know, it's like anything. You know, those Apple, what are they? Those Apple earphones or something? Is it like the 500 quid or something? Like, what the hell? You know, people will buy them because they're Apple fanboys. You know, nobody else in the right mind is going to buy them because there's probably better headphones at a much lower price point, or are pretty much, if not even better, than the Apple ones. And that's what you get with Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty isn't going to get better. You know, they're going to keep on milking it time and time again. At the moment, it's pretty much running based on Warzone. Warzone is the only reason Call of Duty is relevant. And then somebody's going to say in the comments to me right now, oh, well, what about Zombies? Zombies is good. Zombies is okay, but you've got one map, and we're not getting another map on this Season 1 update. The next time we're going to get a new map added, from what I've seen anyway, is on Season 2, which is going to be sometime in February. So, are you going to really, you know, seriously tell me that everybody's going to be playing that same Zombies map, you know, at the end of January? You know, Zombies is going to become irrelevant because there's not enough content coming out. As much as you hate Fortnite, you know, you guys on my channel, because I know none of you really like it that much, you've got to give Epic Games credit, you know, on at least to keep the content coming out to keep the kids interested. But, you know, Call of Duty now, it's not really a, you know, serious military shooter. Even with the KDs. What was it on Nero's video yesterday? It was another YouTuber had 1.7 KD and he was in the top 4% of players worldwide with a 1.7 KD. That will be classed as mediocre. You know, even I've had a better KD than that back in my prime. I think I was holding just above a 3 KD in Black Ops 2, and then I've gone downhill ever since that. I think Black Ops 2 was where I hit my peak, you know, on a kill-death ratio, you know, win-loss ratio. Now I don't even care about my kill-death. I don't care about my win-loss, because what's the point? You know, the better I get at the game, the worse my ping's going to be. Like Nero said yesterday, if you're good at this game, you are going to have a worse experience because of the matchmaking. I don't know why, you know, people have kind of just thought that, wow, he's actually right. I kind of thought it was common sense. I know on my channel I'm a lot older than a lot of the YouTubers out there. I know my viewers and my subscriber base are a lot older than the majority of the viewers out there, you know, on YouTube in the Call of Duty community. But isn't it just common sense that the better you are at this video game with how it works with skill-based matchmaking, the less of a pool of players it's going to have to put you against. So therefore, then you're going to be playing, you know, people further away from you. You know, it's just statistics. It's just how it works, you know. I've had lobbies where I'm the only English-speaking person in there, which is crazy, you know, considering I live in the UK. A lot of other countries near us as well speak even, you know, English as well as a second language, you know, fairly well. I don't even know where the hell the people was from I was playing. They sounded like Eastern European, believe it or not, but that's just me speculating. I've got no actual evidence, so to speak, about these claims. But, you know, anybody thinking that this boycott's going to make any difference to Call of Duty, you're just fucking deluded, I'm afraid. I nearly went a full video without, you know, swearing. I think it's a great idea, don't get me wrong. You know, I think it's nice to see the community doing something, you know, for the change. At the moment, you've got Blame Truth hitting over 100,000 views per video, you know, in 17 hours. And then you've got Drifter after 17 hours getting 3,000 views on a video. You know, longer the days are gone where, you know, the shill YouTubers, like Drifter years ago, he used to have a great channel. I used to love Drifter's content. You know, he's always been a shill, let's be real about this here. You know, he doesn't even try to hide that he's a shill. You know, fair play to him. You know, there's other ones out there who try to play both sides, and they're the ones I don't really like. But Drifter, you know, fair play to him, he's a shill. He doesn't deny it. Drifter used to have an amazing series, you know, In Depth, you know, where he'd go over the guns, you know, tell you best setups. But we all know now that the best setup, it doesn't matter what weapon you use. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, you're going to be against sweats regardless. You can't use the bad weapons because you're going to get dominated. But if you use those bad weapons for long enough, you're going to, you know, eventually play easier players anyway. So what's it matter about, you know, best weapon, best class setup? It doesn't matter anymore. And Drifty, he can barely get views on it. Well, I said barely. Let's use it in context here. He still gets 30, 40,000 views on the in-depth videos. But you've got Blame Truth getting over 100,000 views on his videos. Same goes for 8 Thoughts now. You know, even GG, you know, is starting to hit some big numbers as well now. You know, that shows you a trend. You know, the majority of the YouTube community, you know, the outspoken people are getting more views than the shills now. And that just says a lot about, you know, how the broader community feel right now. You know, they're unhappy. But right at the end of the video, this is the most important thing of the entire video, and I've left it till the end. We are such a small percentage of people who go on YouTube, watch Twitch videos, you know, create content, bitch about it on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. We're such a small majority that Activision don't really even care. Even if every single one of us right now stopped buying the Battle Pass, it'd make no difference. Activision don't care. Nothing's gonna happen, guys, right, with Call of Duty until it gets a serious competitor. That is the only way it's gonna change. Like I've hoped for a long time. I was hoping that Respawn Entertainment, the guys who make Titanfall, I was hoping that they would actually come and create a Call of Duty clone, just to put some pressure on Call of Duty, because then we might actually get a Call of Duty game we want. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Dogs barking in the background. Fucking brilliant. Love you all. Goodbye for now.